I guess the word for today's pump is going to be carnage. Somebody must have been flying down this road. Deer got hit, and sometimes you just see a deer on the side of the road, and I'm not trying to be gross here, but like this was a lot of evidence that a deer got smacked. This must have been like some crazy ass truck or something. But that's nature, right? That's the nature of, I guess that's just the nature of nature, so what are we going to do? My plan for this morning is going to be chest, not so crazy, not going to rip my pecs off, but I will get them as pumped as possible as I can given my current circumstance. So what is my current circumstance? Dieting, decently strong, and still, actually I guess that's really it. I'm dieting, but I'm still decently strong. So I'm going to take those two factors into account. I'm not going to try to go too crazy. But on the movements where I can load some weight, well, then I will, And you tell me if you have a perfect formula for chest, because I do not. I do not have the perfect formula. And what I mean by that is a skeleton of a workout that always results in the wildest, craziest pump possible. I've had many workouts, well, let's just say workout skeletons, which have worked very well, but there's never one that I know every time without fail will ensure that I'm perfectly the most pumped at the end than not. Which is, it's not like I can't get a chest pump, but sometimes it's a little tricky. So what I mean by that is I've definitely had workouts where I'm doing, maybe I start with a fly, move on to a converging chest press, do 3 sets of converging presses. And at the end of those 3, honestly, I'm probably my most pumped. And then I do 2 more sets of like a cable movement or something. And then I'm still pumped, but I think I may have actually lost a little bit of the pump, So if you've ever had that happen, I'm just kind of curious about your take on it. But I'm much more open-minded with my chest training now than I was about 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I'm going to tell you with, actually no, more like 3 years ago. Yeah, 2, 3, something like that. But I would tell you with complete vigor, dude, why would you do anything other than super heavy incline pressing as your first working set? Why would you do anything else first? I want to hit that crazy incline bench set when I'm fresh and strong and really kill it. And then once I get weaker, move on to lighter squeezing stuff because I physically can't load any more weight, which I don't think the logic there is terrible. Like if I'm going to do a really heavy chest day, I'll warm up properly and then start with some of my heaviest stuff and then move on and get lighter throughout. I think the flaw in that past same logic is the idea that that's the only way to do it. Because now I like starting with flies. I'll start with 2 sets of just light squeezing, burning, like decline flies and get my chest pre-exhausted like that. Not with weight, but just with a really good squeeze and burn. And then when I move on to an incline chest press afterward, the weight ends up it's not even that it feels that much heavier, but I can just really connect with my chest better because I just did 3 primer sets on the cables. And now I'm moving on to, converging press or incline Smith or something like that. But that kind of only makes sense if you're going to do machine-based pressing. If you're starting free weights, like I probably would not want to do 3 sets of cable flies before doing, some heavy incline dumbbell, because I wouldn't want to, let's just say, put myself in a position where I might be more prone to dropping the weight on myself by, pre-fatiguing all these different stabilizer muscles. So there's a lot of ways to look at it. But this is just as an actual question for you, like your classic chest day, and not even exactly specific movements, but like the style of it. Like you do 3 sets of incline press, maybe 3 sets of a pec deck, 2 sets of like a cable fly as a finisher or something like that. Because every time I ask you guys about what your workouts are and you comment them, dude, those are good comments. Like I've been posting shit online for quite a while now, and here's the pattern I've recognized. And this is not just me. the first time I noticed this was really funny, because it's the same thing that Rich Piana said back when he was posting shit. He was like, yeah, Instagram comments are just totally fucked up. But YouTube comments are good because people on YouTube are actually there to watch a video. Instagram just shows you things randomly, so it's not it's not so intentional, right? But yeah, every time I read if you break down a workout plan, those I really like. Usually I end up commenting because most people don't even do it. Like the videos where I say that, I get like maybe 10. So it's yeah, if you'd write your thing out, I'll definitely be able to take a look at it. But I think there's nothing else to say there. Once I warm up, get my rotator cuffs, just loose, and see how the weight feels, then I'll be ready to decide what movement number 1 will be. There's probably not going to be 9 sets. I can almost guarantee that. So in under 9 sets, I will be pumped. I can almost 100% guarantee it. But if things are clicking, well, shit, if I keep feeling good, I would do 100 sets. My end of the workout is once I get that sort of satisfaction of, okay, that's probably as much as I can really do to my chest, and I'm pumped as shit. So let's go make it happen. Let's start with some nice hand over hand presses. Lightish. So I want this moment to be a crazy squeeze. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. Ooh. Ha. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, okay. 2 more, minimum. Ooh. Yeah. 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 Okay. Oh. All right, actually, I lied. Let's do 2 more of those. Ooh. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. Oh, okay. Now let's move on. One more with 2 plates instead of 3. Ooh. 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 Okay. Oh, shit. Whew. All right. I think I know what the finish is going to be. All right. So here's a Sam original. I've never seen anyone do this before. If someone has, then obviously I'm not the first one to do it. But I'm taking a lateral raise machine, this one being the Arsenal one, but it could be any. And instead of sitting here doing lateral raises, I'm gonna grab one handle, go off axis a little bit. I guess let me stand here. And I'm dragging it across in this direction. So I love doing this with a dumbbell. Like grab 2 30-pound dumbbells, pop them in front of your legs, and use your chest to pull the weight across your body. I'd say this is not a complete movement because there's no stretch position. Like it's just kind of mostly squeezing pumpish stuff. But as a last set, that's kind of what I want. I'm trying to get as much blood into my chest as possible. So I'm gonna go back and forth, probably 10 on this side, 10 on the other side, repeat until obviously I've got as much blood in my chest as I can get. And then I think we're ready to pose down. So don't hate on this until you try it. I do see the unorthodox kind of approach, but at least try it before you dog on it. Okay. Oh, shit. All right. Now let's see how we're looking. I've been saying this a lot. Spoiler alert, I'm fucking pumped. There we go. Stop that thing from wobbling. That's what I'm talking about. So let's just say it how it is. Chest is fucking pumped. So that was what? 4 cable presses in the beginning, 2 inclines, and then a fly variation, so 7 total. That's about right. And I can't overstate the importance of the squeeze on those first few movements. So that's those cable flies where I'm like, or those cable presses where I'm dragging or not dragging, but I'm putting hand over hand for every rep. Whoa, holy shit. Whoa. You gonna stay balanced? Yeah, we're good. There we go. Almost dropped my freaking light setup. But the really kind of important part there, and why I like that movement so much, is because I can squeeze the absolute shit out of my incline, well, not incline, but out of my upper chest. So at the top of every rep, I guess it would really be the bottom, but every time I'm here and I'm pulling my fucking hands across each other, it's so much squeezing in this upper quadrant. And honestly, I don't think there's another movement I do that has the same amount of squeeze. Like if I do incline press like I just did over there, yeah, you know, I feel my upper chest, but not to the same degree that I felt it on those cables. Like this action here, sure, there's probably a little front delt stimulation. I don't feel like my front delts got worked that bad, so I think it's fine. But I'm getting like all of this section. Like see how it's pushing my fucking chain out of the way when this upper bit of chest starts creeping out. And that's got to be the coolest bit of grain you can get, you know? Like once you get lean enough, you'll start to see lower pec striations. I'm not as lean as I would like to be yet, so I'm only seeing them a little. But any is still crazy. But these upper pec, like that line right in the middle, kind of separating like, okay, this is lower chest. This is upper chest. That gets me fucking going. So let's just hit a few here. Honestly, let's just hit a little standing shot. All right, what am I missing? So you tell me, but well, I guess I'm the one telling you, but I am very satisfied with that lift. I feel like a beast. I'm pumped, even though I'm still in a deficit. So what I mean by that is I guess I don't feel flat, like I'm feeling kind of full and strong, even though I'm literally not. So I'd attribute most of that to waking up and having a gallon jug of something right at the side of your bed, so that the first thing you do is slam some fluids. I don't mind a workout with low food, but a workout with low hydration, ugh, I mean, you're just really asking for trouble. But nothing else to say. I'm gonna get my cardio done, jump in the car, and I'll see you in a minute. I'm excited to look at this freaking post down on the computer and felt like a freak today. That's what I'm talking about. The sun is shining. It is 67 freaking degrees out. I actually think it's a little warmer. I just took the car through the car wash. I bet the temperature gauge is just artificially low from the water. It might actually be 67. Hell yeah. But sunny, cool, that's a-okay with me. Hell yeah. But no, that was a badass lift. Pumped. Dude, pumped, I don't know. What else is pumped? Well, what's something in the real world that you would describe as pumped? I don't know. Pumped as much as Sam Sulek on a chest day. How about that? How about that for a description? But no, that's sweet. So now I'm gonna go home, get some food into my system. I'm running low. I'm running a little low, so I think a grocery trip is gonna be in order. Haven't taken you guys in the cart for a little while, so I think that might be good. You want let me ask you this. Do you think you'd want a grocery store video camera guy style? I always do the grocery, like the camera in the cart style, which I mean, it's easy for me. I'm the only one who has to show up. But I feel like most grocery videos, you bring a buddy with you and then he records you. You tell me, should we change it up a little bit? Schedule my man Nick to come out and get behind the camera? You tell me what you think. I know I do like the cart though. The grocery cart is just kind of fun. But yeah, I can tell you what that grocery cart is going to look like as a little bit of a preemptive kind of spoiler, it's going to be lean ground beef. It's going to be top round steaks. That is definitely my pick if I'm dieting. And honestly, that's my pick in general. I need to, when I moved out of my apartment, I lost my sous vide. I need to get it back again. So you tell me, how many microplastics am I getting in my body when I cook a steak in a Ziploc bag for a sous vide? I'm pretty sure it's not that bad with a Ziploc, just because that type of plastic is, you know, food safe or whatever. I don't know, maybe I'll look it up. I wonder if you could do that in like just, I guess, I don't know. I'll do a little bit of research to get some intel. But my favorite method of mass prepping steak goes as such. Buy a like 4 or 3 pound slab of top round steak. So that's just a lean cut, relative, like it's not very like grainy like a flank steak is. Flank would actually be good too. So flank isn't off the table. It's a little fattier though. The top round is pretty lean. Cube it into like basically inch pieces. Throw all that into a bowl. Add a variety of seasonings of your choosing. Normally I like just doing some kind of pre-mixed like steak rub. Sometimes I'll even get like a chicken seasoning, just because it's kind of got like a little buttery sort of angle to it that I kind of like. Just whatever you want. Do salt and pepper. Just do garlic. You know, maybe you're a hardcore cayenne guy. Whatever. Add all the seasoning into the bowl with the 3 pounds of cubed steak. Right? Mix it up so it's all kind of, you know, evenly coated. Put all of it into a gallon Ziploc. Right? Suck the air out of it, make sure it's vacuum sealed, and then you get a large soup pot with a little electronic sous vide machine. And what that does is it keeps the water at a stable temperature. So for steak, if I'm going to cook it all, usually 130 is pretty much about right. You can do 125 if you want to, you know, get a little more rare, but usually 130. I guess I'd probably 128 is solid. Set the sous vide to 128. That will keep the water, once it's all heated up, at 128 degrees, and you just leave it. You just leave that bag of steak sitting in there, and 128 degrees is the internal temp that you want for like a perfect medium rare. It's cooked, but it's not like overcooked, super well done. It's just like chewy. Leave it for usually 3 hours is good. So you're kind of getting that slow cook, like it gets pretty tender. And then I don't even sear it. You know, if you're in a restaurant, like if you want a nice steak, you would sous vide an entire cut, like a ribeye. Get it at 128, leave it for 2 hours, take it out, pat it dry, and then pan sear. But just for like bulk protein cooking, I just take it all out of, I don't even take it out of the Ziploc. I just dry off the Ziploc, put it in the fridge, and then I take out as much as necessary at any given meal. So that makes it super easy for me. I just haven't been doing that because I don't have my little sous vide maker. So I gotta either pick one up or just order one. They're usually like $100, but it's worth it. It is worth it. And you don't have to fucking get a pan messy or splash yourself with hot oil. I've only done that once and I learned my lesson. I was making little, just something, not a good cut of anything, just whatever, like a little miniature something. A ton of oil, and instead of using the spatula, instead of using pliers, instead of using tongs to flip it over gently, I did it with like a little knife. So I just poked the top and I completely splashed my stomach with oil. And I'm in a fucking towel because I just got up in the morning. This was back when I was in college. So I was being pretty efficient with my time, because it was like, okay, cook some meals, prep them, bring them in some Tupperware to class. That freaking sucked. So all I'm saying is the sous vide is quite simple. So look it up. I think it's Guga. Yeah, Guga Foods, Guga Sous Vide, Guga Steak. It's this YouTube channel that just like, they do a bunch of dry age stuff, but basically they always sous vide. So if you want to learn how to do it, just look him up. He's got all the tips and tricks. But yeah, I think I'm saying it so much now, I think I'm gonna have to get it today and just get that shit started. But yeah, gonna lay out in the sun, get a little bit of UV. Dude, I couldn't ask for a better fucking Thursday. Is today Thursday? I think it's Thursday. Couldn't ask for a better day in general. Let's just put it like that. So, coming up August 8th, I believe. It might be a different day. Check the Instagram story. But we're doing a raw meet and greet over in Port St. Lucie. Or it's at least around there. I forget the exact address. I got it up on the Instagram story. But we're going to be down there with the raw team. That's going to be fucking sweet. And then August 29th and 30th, if you've never been, the Fit Expo. I'm pretty sure it's the Anaheim Fit Expo. I forget if it's the Anaheim or the LA. Look it up, the Fit Expo, August 29th and 30th. But that's going to be fun as well. It's going to be a freaking congregation of freaks. And if you've never been to a fitness expo before, I would pretty much argue you're missing out. If you're into the gym, at least. I've only ever been to one concert. I was about to say Tame Impala. This was a Cage the Elephant concert. This was like years ago. It was cool, but I'm not like a concert guy, so, I don't know. I don't think I'm missing out by not going to concerts. But if you've never been to a fitness expo and you're into the gym, dude, you gotta check it out. So, obviously, it might be a bit much to fly. Like, if you're in New York, you're fucking flying across the country. So, maybe that's more something to kind of try to tie in with a regular trip if you're already going to travel. But if you're around California, if you're within 3 hours, dude, it is worth the drive. If anything, just to see some of these people in person, because it's so freaking crazy. Like, you can see people on your phone, and you can see a big-ass, crazy 300-pound bodybuilder guy on your phone. But when you see him lumber towards you in real life, it's freaking crazy. So if you can make it, I'm going to be there. And I'm going to be there all day. I don't know, I think it's Saturday and Sunday, 29th and 30th. Yeah, Saturday, Sunday. So I'll be at my booth the whole time. We're bringing a bunch of, bringing some new shirts and stuff. So, yeah, come check it out if you can make it. It's my little ender. And if you can't make it there, well, shit, guess what? October, at least I'm pretty sure it's October, we got the Olympia. March, we got the Arnold. I think January we have another fitness expo, or another LA Fit Expo. Maybe that's just the Fit. I can't remember. There's a bunch. So if you can make it to one at least, I would highly recommend it. I still remember the first time I went to the Arnold, and I wish I would have gone every year before that I could have. So you never know until you actually try it out. But I hope you had a badass lift. If you're getting ready to do legs, you better get fucking real. Right? Dig deep for 3 more reps on that set of leg press if you really want to bring it. Let's just put it like that. But I'm gonna get some food in my system. I can't get over how nice it is out today. This is fucking sweet. I don't want to be the guy to rely on external circumstance to dictate my mood, but this is just a fucking awesome day. So I hope you're having a badass one as well. I'll see you tomorrow.